shut them down, securities, but I feel so empty without these. So try that shit, buy that dip. I mean, this is not advice, don't cry about it. We'll get married to the fat bags we carry. We buy whatever we like, man. Fuck you, Gary.
GM, and welcome back to the channel. In this one, some big news coming from Tesla with regards to Bitcoin. We've also got some bullish movements in the market, a lot of altcoins to go through, and a few updates that could be of some serious interest here. So if you enjoy this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop me a comment down below. Let's roll. So Bitcoin come and tested the range lows down here, a bit of a deviation just below over the last 24 hours. And as you can see, we reclaimed inside the range, and now the target naturally is towards the midpoint here, somewhere around 30,700 to 800 bucks, maybe even a push towards the upper end of the spectrum there, around 31.2, 31.3. So Bitcoin showing a little bit of life here. It has been lagging some notable stocks, mainly coin, which has outperformed quite substantially as of late. So where is the bid for BTC? Hopefully we start to see that show up. Now, some positive news here coming from Tesla. They had their earnings yesterday, and within the earnings, it was revealed that none of their Bitcoin fortune was actually sold in Q2. Some people were hoping that maybe Tesla would add to the balance sheet some BTC, but at least they haven't sold any. So the hodl mentality from Elon definitely showing a bit of strength. Then to cap this off here, we have this breaking news. Tesla has added Bitcoin back into their code for payments on their website. So let's go over to the website here. And if we right click and inspect, search, and then we can type in BTC. And then from here, what you can see is the payments methods are on here: Alipay, Amex, Apple Pay. And if you just go over, Bitcoin is now on here yet again. So this is a new update to the website. So Bitcoin for payments to buy your Model X or whatever you fancy looks like it is back on the menu here, which is a bit of a bullish catalyst for Bitcoin. I mean, how many people are actually going to buy Teslas with their Bitcoin? I'm not really too sure on that front, but the fact Tesla previously stated Bitcoin needed to prove, it was being mined efficiently. I think it was like 50% of the mining of Bitcoin needed to be from renewables. Well, it seems to have passed the test now, and Tesla are starting to show signs that Bitcoin payments will be accepted yet again. Of course, this is just one small narrative, but as all these little things add up together, this is just showing a better picture for Bitcoin and its outlook going forward. So Tesla back in the driving seat for BTC. We love to see it. Next up, update from Chainlink here, which is showing signs of real strength here. So Chainlink has been a meme for quite some time. Every time it pumps, typically that is a bad omen and the market has dumped. However, with CCIP being announced, this is actually a real bull catalyst for Chainlink, and we could see it actually break out of this eternal range of around $9 at the top there. So this is over a 1 year period. It has not been able to break above 9. If we just pull this out to max here, it has a long ways to go. So if it does break above 9, you're probably targeting somewhere in around here, 14, 15 bucks. Could be a bit of game on for Chainlink. Over at ETHCC, Kane Warwick from Synthetics and Sergey Nazarov of Chainlink had a sit down. You can check out the full video here via their YouTube channel, where they talked about CCIP implementations currently on testnet with Synthetics. And essentially what this means is you're going to have seamless cross-chain interoperability and the ability for cross-chain applications to exist, powered and secured by the Chainlink oracles. So this is obviously a big step forward for the progress of this industry more widely. There's been so many bridge hacks and that kind of stuff. This is obviously very noteworthy. So in typical times, we've seen Chainlink mark the local top, but this is an actual bull catalyst for Chainlink with CCIP now being released into the wild. A lot of developers testing it out. So that is bullish. Moving on, HXRO Network is a Solana based liquidity layer. I recently added a big bag of HXRO to my stack after being a bit red pilled on this one. As it says, a distributed liquidity layer for derivatives trading and betting applications. I've mentioned Yolo Nolo a few times on this channel, and it is powered by the liquidity of HXRO Network. So if you think of HXRO as a liquidity layer and then a load of applications building on top of it, and each of those applications, when they take fees, a proportion of which will go back to the stakers of HXRO. So HXRO is one of those tokens you need to stake up, potentially for quite a long time. 3 years is the max lock to get the biggest boost on your rewards. As you can see, 172 million tokens have been staked thus far. Average length 2.2 years. and you get paid out typically in USDC, as most of the dApps settle in USDC, but also some in Hero, but escrowed Hero, and then Bonk as well down there as well. So I need to stake my bag. I have purchased a bag, but yet to stake. We'll do that in the coming days. But this one seemingly is just mispriced by the market, and now with Solana getting a bit of a bullish uptick, a lot of DeFi applications starting to pick up on Solana, it is starting to reprice here. So now it's up to around 115 mil in market cap, but this is definitely a unicorn in the making here. Chart does look a little bit wild on the lower time frames here, as it is going pretty much vertical, but I think we're going to see the repricing of a lot of Solana based dApps, and 100 mil market cap really is damn cheap for this thing. So Gunny posted this yesterday. Up Down is about to go live on a large iGaming operator, something like Rollbit, not Rollbit itself, but something similar. So a lot of these online casinos and games just use the products of others. So think about that as Up Down, one of the products built on top of HXRO Network, being implemented into something like a Betfred or a Bet365, whatever it may be. He says this is the first time a major online casino operator is picking up a true Web3 application and integrating them as their content. So if this gets a lot of traction, fees are starting to go back to the HXRO Network stakers, and they have tons of dApps building on top of them. I think somewhere in the region of 20 odd. Now, one of the apps building on top of HXRO is Yolo Nolo. This is rebranding from Yolo into Nolo and launching on ETH mainnet today, the 20th of July 2023. So this will offer spot, perps, options, a load of different things, all tradable within a Discord environment. And as we've seen, the new category listed on CoinGecko yesterday was to do with Telegram-based bots. Discord bots may be going to be more powerful, so there's more Discord users than Telegram users, I do believe, and a lot of which will be crypto natives as well. And so this one could have a bit of an uptick here as it launches on ETH. So the death of the token on Sol, migrating over to a new life here on Ethereum from Yolo to Nolo. That happens today. And just as a bit of perspective here, so Rollbit recently migrated over to ETH, and with that brought a load of liquidity with it, and also opened itself up to all the degen traders on ETH. That is where the most people are trading coins, on Ethereum, not on Solana. So what happened once that went live? Well, that is the 28th, marked by the big blue line on screen here. From the 28th to current, it went from roughly 2 cents, now it's up to 10 cents, pretty much a 400% gain, at max like 550 there. So you can see there's some big potential with tokens migrating from a lesser known trading venue to a more known trading venue on ETH mainnet. So a bit of historical context there. That happened very recently. Maybe we'll see some similar price action here today. Nolo launching just a bit later on this afternoon. Some Kujira updates here as well. They do not stop shipping. They do ship more than the Royal Caribbean is my phrase I'm going to be using from here on out. Leveraged and single-sided BO positions are coming to Kujira's BO. So BO is the liquidity provision center for Kujira's ecosystem. It says by using Ghost in the background, it becomes possible to collateralize a BO position and only be exposed to fluctuations in one asset. So this will provide additional LP rewards. And of course, on top of that, it means there's more LP provided to the Kujira ecosystem, increasing the depth on the order books, reducing the spreads. These are some of the bugbears many have with Kujira, but as liquidity gets added and it increases over time, we're going to see more people ape into this ecosystem. So these are all positive steps in the right direction for Kujira. We also have this Blue and Sonar swaps. So that is the app, and then Blue is the interface where you can just swap tokens directly. They will now start to be powered by Manta DAO. Manta DAO is building on top of Kujira. So similar to like HXRO Network over on Sol, you think of that as the kind of liquidity level, an ecosystem in its own right with a lot of teams building on top of it. Similarly on the Cosmos, you have Kujira with its own chain, and it has a load of other protocols building on top of it as well. And funnily enough, they're both priced at around 100 mil in market cap, and both in my mind are highly undervalued. And with this integration of Manta DAO, I believe the actual trade executions will be improved on the swap pages. Again, positive stuff. And then we have this Blend protocol announced, and it says, first, there's 6 hints about Blend protocol. Essentially, this is going to be a yield layer, but a load of yield strategies and like optimizations where people who are big brained enough to actually create new strategies, as there's tons of different strategies you can have, from some very simple ones utilizing the dApps on Kuji to some more expansive ones, some real big brain moves that most people actually can't get involved with because they couldn't see the wood from the trees and actually understand how these things work. But these guys are going to create strategies and then vaults for those strategies that you can actually add funds into and then get exposure to these new strats. So this is kind of exciting. Again, will help boost the amount of TVL on chain, get the liquidity up, all good stuff overall. And the feedback loop is positive for Kuji stakers yet again. So composable yield layer, unleashing the power of the Kujira dApps by, as the name would denote, blending them together. It will be fully permissionless, and it is created by a very experienced team who are known to the Kujira guys. So this is going to be super exciting to see when this goes live. It is coming soon. We will do an update as and when this does go live. But you can see the puzzle pieces coming together here on Kujira and a lot more being built on top of this chain. Then a bit of a different one here, we have Pentoshi launching his own NFT collection later today. So there's going to be a mint, and apparently he's sending either himself to space or something's going to space here. There's been a few teasers. Maybe he's sending like a cuddly toy of a penguin into space. I'm not really sure what the heck's going on, but the mint is happening later today, 4 hours and 41 from now. So I believe that is at 4 p.m. UK time. This NFT collection will go live. I think it'll be a first come first serve mint. Not even sure on what network it's going to be, but in all likelihood this will sell out very quickly and then trade a lot above the mint. So it therefore is probably one worth having on your radar here and trying to get involved with later on today for any NFT fans. Then last but not least, recently I did a poll here on YouTube asking what will the total crypto market cap be next cycle. Real split bag here. I've gone from the ranges of 2.5 to 5 trill, 5 to 7.5 and 7.5 to 10 trillion. I believe 10 trillion is Dan Tapiero's estimate for crypto by 2030. So it might make sense that we'll probably be somewhere in this kind of range or this kind of range here. Most people, I assume, going for somewhere in the region of 5 trillion. So $5 trillion from the bottom would be around a 500% increase there. So bottom to top of this next cycle, previous bottom to top of the last cycle, we did 1500% from around $175 billion all the way up to $2.86 trillion. Now, why this random bit of information on here? Well, I'm trying to use this to try and put together a few market cap prediction videos for some of the altcoins I talk about here on the channel, using previous data, using some best guess work, and using 5 trillion as maybe the conservative bottom end of the spectrum of what could these coins achieve. Like we could work out Bitcoin dominance likely to be around 30% at some stage during the next cycle. 30% of 5 trillion is, and there you have your kind of answers there, just to have these ballpark figures in mind. And then you can kind of work out from there, when do you want to sell certain bags? What could they potentially achieve? Rather than going into it fully blind like last cycle, actually having some numbers in mind with a reference point is going to be very useful. So some price prediction videos coming up on the channel here. If you want your crypto price prediction for your favorite bag, drop it down below, guys, and I will take a look for you. But that is all from today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
You got it. Now this looks like a job for me. I see hucksters, fraudsters, probably they need protecting from the SEC. This shit smells like security. Now this looks like a job for me. I see hucksters, fraudsters, probably they need protecting from the SEC. This shit smells like security.
Frankly, there's too many frauds and scams and too much hype picking the pockets of the American public. Huckster and flim-flam